So, fragrances in my collection that I think are just sexy. Now, these are not sexy with any type of season. They're just sexy. Some of these are fragrances that can be worn right now. Some of these are more springy, summery fragrances. Nonetheless, I feel like you can wear a fragrance anytime you want to, however you want to, when you want to. Just my opinion. So, if you want to know what 7, 8, 9, or 10 fragrances in my collection that I think are just downright sexy, meet me on the other side of this intro and we're gonna get right into it. See you in just a second. What's going on, everybody? You guessed it. That's right. It's your boy Trey Sense. Listen, got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. But before we get into all of that, got a little bit of business we got to take care of. I need you to do a couple of things for me. One, if you like this video and you like my content, I need you to like this video and share this video. And if this is your third, fourth, or fifth time coming by the scene of the crime, checking out my work, seeing what I got going on, then by all means, give your boy a sub. I promise it's absolutely free. It will not cost you a thing, won't be annoying, none of that. The only thing is, every time I do a video, you'll be one of the first people to know and you can come see what I'm talking about and see what I'm doing. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's get to what you came here for. The fragrances, the fragrances. This first fragrance I'm gonna talk about that I think is just downright sexy, and it needs no introduction. It makes a lot of my videos, and it is from Mancera, and it is Red Tobacco. I absolutely love this fragrance. It is a cold weather monster, great performer. It's mature, it's sophisticated, it's sexy, it's masculine, it smells good, but at the same time it smells refined. It can be a little bit more challenging because this is one you're going to have to go easy on your sprays on. This is not one you can spray 7 or 8 sprays of. 2 to 3 sprays of this at the most, and it's going to do everything that it needs to do. Projects well, performs well, and for the $80 to $120 that this fragrance will cost you, and I know that's a big gap, but just depending on where you get this fragrance depends on the price. So nonetheless, from the house of Mancera Red Tobacco, I think that is a great, sexy, wintertime, easy to wear type of fragrance. All right, moving along. Next on the list is a fragrance that I absolutely love. I think it's a sexy fragrance. I think it invokes cuddling, just chill time. I think it's got something about it to me that just makes me think it's a nice, sexy fragrance. And I'm gonna give myself a quart of this here. And I wore this the other day. It is a Parfum concentration and it lasts a long time on me. And it is from the house of Paco Rabanne. And it is a flanker to 1 million. And it's probably not the one that you're thinking. This is 1 million Parfum. Now, everybody that's watched any of my videos know I absolutely love Privé and I love Lucky. But this thing is edging close to being one of my favorites, even over Privé. It just smells good. Let me get this notification off my phone. I can tell I just uploaded a video because the notifications start coming in. Oh man, that smells good. That smells good. It gives off sort of a grape sort of a accord. It's nowhere near as strong as the original 1 million, nowhere near strong as spicy. Every bit as playful, youthful. But at the same time, it's just something about it to me that makes it sexy. Absolutely love this fragrance. 1 million Parfum. That's one you guys need to get in your collection before it gets discontinued. One that I have not had very long, and I think this is the 3rd time that I have mentioned this fragrance since I've had it. And it is a cheapie. I'm looking around. Some of these are cheapies. This is one that I think you can absolutely wear right now. If you do a lot of online, man, it smells good. This joker smells like a really expensive cup of coffee or cocoa or hot chocolate or whatever. There it is. I can't leave you in suspense no more. From the house of Pepe jeans, it is Celebrate. And I like everything about this bottle. The price, the scent. I said everything about this bottle. Everything about this fragrance. The price, the scent, the bottle, all of it is just banger. It's got some citruses in there. But the main thing I pick up on is that cacao and that tonka. Man, this smells good. It has a citrusy, chocolatey, coffee type of vibe. And this thing says, hi, I'm Trey. Come and cuddle with me. Beautiful. Absolutely love it. And this is one I picked up from the lovely Miss Belafonte. Absolutely love this fragrance, man. This is one of them I look at like, huh? How do people sell this for like $20, $25 when we paying hundreds of dollars for niche fragrances that do not smell as good? Why are we doing that? I mean, I don't understand it. As we stick a fancy name on the bottle and put it in fancy packaging, and I don't think this presentation is bad at all. But to me, that is just downright sexy. I've only had this fragrance maybe 2 months, and this is at least the third video that I've mentioned it in. For the price that you get this for, to me, it's really just hard to beat. This would definitely be in one of my all-time cheapies list. If I did a cheapie for life, all-time, 5 fragrances under $30 that I just cannot part with, this would definitely make that list. It's just sexy. And I'm gonna tell you, it is a compliment getter. It just is. It is a compliment monster. People will compliment you. Fellas, if you're looking for something that the ladies like, I'm telling you, that's just a winner. That's just a winner. This next one on the list, I'm gonna get it on out the way. It is one that I think is absolutely sexy. And I almost hate to waste a spray on this test strip there. Yeah, I got it. Got it on the test strip a little bit and on my hand, and I almost hit the bottle down. And it is from the house of Dior, and it is Sauvage the Parfum. This to me, and it's close because that elixir is fire. It really is, but for the price of elixir, I can get a bottle this big, which is the 3.4 ounce versus the 2 ounce. I'm going with this every time. And what makes this fragrance, what makes the Parfum different from the rest of the Sauvage line is the addition of tonka and vanilla in the notes. To me, that just makes it a little bit sweeter, a little bit more smoother, and a little bit more wearable. I absolutely love this fragrance. I'm not the biggest fan of Sauvage the EDT. It does project better and performs a little bit better, but it's something about it. I like it, but it's not one that I'm going to reach for. I've had it maybe 2.5 years, maybe close to 3 years. I got it shortly after I started my channel. So maybe 3 years, and I may have worn it twice. It just doesn't move me, but I got lucky. Purchased a partial bottle off Mercari for under $30. Again, I encourage you to buy from sites like Mercari, but I also encourage you to do a lot of reading. Read as many reviews on the seller that you can. Make sure you get as much info. Message the seller, see if they're quick to answer the questions, if they're slow to respond, things like that. And that will help you gauge whether that person is legit and whether that fragrance is legit. And if you buy something off Mercari, word of advice, do not rate the seller until you have thoroughly examined the merchandise. And the minute that you find something wrong with what you buy, you let Mercari know, and they'll help you. They'll take care of it. They'll take care of you. I got a bottle of cologne for free because the lady said that it was 3/4 full. I got my bottle and it was like down here. So I just sent them pictures of it, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna give you your money back. So that's what they did. I say all that to say, this thing right here to me is just sexy. And again, a compliment getter. If you want attention and you want to draw that to yourself and you like those compliments, this one. Now you get them the same way with Sauvage, the EDT and the EDP. But to me, the Parfum is just the best all around of the four. That's just Trey Scent's opinion. Whew, and it smells good. Sexy right there. All right. Where do I go now? Let's go here. Since we're talking about Sauvage, I may have just gave this one away. I'm gonna give this one an old spray on the test strip. I love doing these type of videos. They're so much fun to me. Well, doing all these videos are fun. I like coming and hanging out with you guys. Did I just put that bottle up for y'all to see? Oh, I did it. Oh. This smells good too. From the house of Prada. It is Sauvage Light. I'm sorry. This is Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, which is a slightly more wearable version of Sauvage, the EDT. And in this bad boy, you got some lavender and some bergamot. And it definitely comes off just a little bit fresher, a little bit more wearable, but equally as sexy. I actually prefer this over Sauvage, the EDT, because it's not as loud and obnoxious. I mean, let's just be honest. Sauvage, the EDT, even though it came first, it's the little brother. You know how you got a family of brothers and the oldest brothers are normally, it's either one or two ways. You either got the older brother who was in trouble all the time, or you got the older brothers who never got in any trouble, and then here comes this little brother, and it's just like, yeah, you know, them older two Johnson boys, they pretty good. They work hard, but that baby boy, a lot of times parents are too old to raise him. You know, he was raised by his grandpa or whatever. But for whatever reason, that baby boy just a little wild. Okay, that's Sauvage, the EDT. Sauvage, the EDT is, to me, just it's wild. He wild, but the EDP and the Parfum and the Elixir, they're a little bit more, you know. But little bro, you gotta watch him, you know. That's the way he is, to me. So this Prada Luna Rossa Carbon is just the cousin to the Wild Sauvage, and he's kind of in the middle. He's a little in the middle. He's smoothed out, but he's still got a little bit of a bad boy in it, but nonetheless, it smells amazing. Extremely wearable, year-round, versatile type of scent. Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. And I'll give you one guess where I got this fragrance from. I'll give you one guess. I want to see if y'all can guess where I got that fragrance. I want y'all to leave it in the comments below if you think you know where I got that fragrance. This next one is one I just don't hear a lot of talk about, and I absolutely love it. I think it's a great smelling fragrance. As I try to find my atomizer, y'all. I mean, y'all know what I'm gonna say. I can't afford to be spraying myself in the eyes. I really can't. That smells so good. All right, no further ado. The company of the house is YSL, and the fragrance is L'Homme Intense. Now I traded, and I wish I hadn't, but I did, and I can't remember what I traded for. I traded L'Homme to JP, but I got a really good deal on that L'Homme. I think I paid like $22 or $23 for it, used, and I can't remember what we traded for, but it was something that was a little pricey, and JP just had to have it. He was like, Trey, on the cool, I want that L'Homme. I was like, man, JP, you hitting me hard. On the cool though, Trey, gotta have it. So this thing, you know, I was shipping it out. So there you have it. But this fragrance right here, woody, citrusy, sexy, and this is the Parfum concentration. Oh man, it just smells good. It's got that L'Homme DNA, but it's a little bit more citrusy and a little bit more woody, a little bit deeper, but equally as good. Another compliment getter. Smells good. To me, this is just sexy. Another fragrance that says, come here, let me give you a hug. Let me give y'all a hug. Yeah. Oh, you smell so good. That type, yeah, that right. That's straight like that. I'm telling you, that's how. I'm telling you, you walking by, hit him with the old sniff, and then be like, that's me, baby. That's me, you smell. Nonetheless, and I got this at a really good deal. I drove all the way to Tupelo, Mississippi to get this one, and I paid $29 for it, for 100 mil, and picked up a 50 mil for 22 while I was there. And then drove the next day to Decatur and picked up another 100 mil for $22. I was calling, man, like, y'all got it on sale. And the people at Ulta were so good. They'd be like, hold on, let me check, let me scan it. You know what? That's what it's ringing up. You want me to hold it? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I want you to hold it. So I ended up buying 3 of these and hitting the homeboys up with them. But nonetheless, citrusy, woody, sexy, just a nice wearable little fragrance right there. I like that. Homme Intense. And it is a Parfum concentration. Now this next one is one I have not had very long either, but I love it. And it's more of a spring, summertime type of scent to me. And you can wear a fragrance when you want to, how you want to, where you want to. And this one is another slightly woody, citrusy fragrance. Some people compare it to another very popular fragrance. I don't particularly get it. To me, it stands on its own. The fragrance is from the house of Mont Blanc, and it is Spirit Legend. And I had Legend Night, but guess what? JP wanted to trade, so I traded. I don't even remember what I traded him for, but he got it now. And I saw Legend Night at my Ross for like $42, and for like that thing may have been a 200 ml bottle. I probably should have picked it up, but I just don't need that much of it. This is about all I need right here. It's about a 30 ml of it. But anyway, this one, believe it or not, this is another compliment monster. Now, you can wear citrus-based fragrances in the dead of the winter on the coldest day of the year, especially if the sun comes out and it's a pretty day. It will be just fine, and it may even perform better, which is the only knock that I have on this fragrance is its performance. Not the best performer in the world, but man, does it smell good. And I'm telling you, unsolicited compliments. I went to the doctor, and I was feeling horrible because I had to drive all the way to Huntsville. My foot was messed up. It was swollen, killing me. I mean, it just was not a good day. But of course, I had to make a trip to Burlington, after I left the doctor, because that's just what frag heads do. Sometimes we need help. But nonetheless, leaving my doctor's office, the doctor and one of the practice. So anytime I shoot a video, my battery's going dead. Walking out, one of the nurses and one of the patients walked by me. Ooh, somebody smells good. I think it's him. You need to tell me what that is so I can buy it for my husband. I just laughed and kept on going. I'm like, no, I'm going to keep this little secret. You're going to have to check me out on my channel to find out what this is. And it was this one. And I knew when I smelled it, I liked it, but I was like, man, I like that. But I'm drawn to citrusy, fresh style of fragrances because I live in Alabama. So even like today, it's going to be like 60 something degrees in November. So when you live in the Southeast, you have to have a lot of freshies because whether it's Alabama, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, Arkansas, Texas, Mississippi, South Carolina. I mean, if you live in that swamp bowl where it gets hot and humid in the summer, you got to have a lot of freshies because you got to realize once March, we start getting them temperatures start creeping back up in the 60s and 70s again. April, they here. By the time the end of April gets here, the heat is here. And it stays that way till November. So you got April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and some days in December where you're going to deal with some heat waves. So you better keep some of these on deck. So, and this is one I absolutely love, man. I think it's Invictus that some people compare this to. I don't personally get it, but, well, maybe a little bit. But to me, it stands on its own. There are other fragrances that if I were going to compare one to Invictus, it would be something from the First Instinct line. It would not be this one. To me, this one goes enough in a different direction that it doesn't need to be compared to Invictus. Just my opinion. But nonetheless, that joker smells good and it's cheap. All right, what have I done here? see, I've done that one, I've done that one, I've done that one, and that one. And that one. So I got 3 more. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10, because I didn't say that in the beginning, but it's 10 now. All right. This one is a very slept on fragrance, because I got to take this big old cap off of it. And then, of course, find where the juice is going to come out so I don't spray myself in these already bad eyes. But y'all, I got a couple more days and I'm going to get that fixed. Okay. Now I'm put the cap back on so I can show you full presentation. It's from the House of Guess, and this recently made a video of mine too. This is Guess Seductive, and this is nice. Whew, that smells so good. And this is citrus in the form of, I want to say that's orange blossom, a mandarin orange, some amber, some violet leaf in there. But nonetheless, for a $20 fragrance, this thing smells really, really good. I like it a lot. Nice. And only about 20 bucks is what you're gonna pay for this. That's nice. To me, that's real nice. And this notification is not getting off my phone. Somebody doing a video on Blue de Chanel. That's nice. I really like this fragrance. And this one I've got to get in my skin more. As you see the juice levels on that. I have to be honest, I haven't worn this anywhere near as much as I should. And I'll tell you why. It kind of got pushed back off in the back of my collection, and I honestly forgot about it. And I was digging through my fragrances one day, and I was like, man, I ain't even sprayed this. I sprayed that joker on. I was like, why have I not been wearing this? Because when you have too many fragrances, they get pushed back, and sometimes you just forget you got them. And I absolutely hate that, and I should be ashamed for it. But this one is nice. I really like this fragrance. And again, 15 to 20 bucks is what you're gonna pay for this. I see it a lot at the rag stores, Ross. Used to see a lot at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington. Pick it up. Blue Seductive is good too, but this to me is the better one. Guess Seductive. And again, we got some amber and some violet leaf in there, and that smells really, really good. So I got 2 more. Y'all wanna turn a double play with me? This next one is from a house I like, and he makes some really good fragrances. And this is one of the lines that he has. There it is. And this is no, this is not the flanker. This is the OG. This is the OG, but this fragrance has a ton of flankers. The house is Paco Rabanne. Man, this smells good. The fragrance, make sure I got the bottle turned in the right direction. The fragrance is XS. Okay, what makes this fragrance sexy to me? It's powerful, it's watery, it's fresh, it's masculine, but it doesn't come off like you're trying too hard. It just feels good to spray it. Oh my goodness. Now, and I'll tell you something about this fragrance. And this fragrance helped me realize that I like the note of juniper. Because that runs heavy through this fragrance. That Michael Kors Extreme Blue that I just got, heavy juniper note in it. So does this one. I mean, it just smells so masculine. I mean, that's the only way to put it. It smells masculine, but it smells sophisticated and successful, if that makes any sense to you. I could see me rocking this straight up. Check me out. I got my nice timepiece on because I do watches. Got some nice shoes on, comfortable. I don't know what kind of shoes they're gonna be for these big old feet. But I could see me in like a slate gray type of suit. You know what I'm saying? Like a dark gray type of suit with maybe a black shirt. You know what I'm saying? No tie. but just, you know, just dressed nice, but not overkill with it. You know what I'm saying? Not something like a mix between a weatherman and one of them sports dudes. What are they called? They're not anchorman. I don't know. You know them dudes that be on ESPN? Them dudes. And a weather dude. Something like a cross between those. That's what this reminds me of. And that's what I can see myself dressed like wearing this. You know what I'm saying? So I have on me some nice tennis shoes, you know, with my suit. You know what I mean? And be fresh to death. That's what I see this. That's how I see myself rocking this. Now, that's not to say that you can't wear it with anything, because you can, but that's just the vibe I get from it is I'm successful, I'm dressed nice. Now, I'm not flaunting it in your face, I'm not trying too hard, and I know you probably think this is a $200 or $300 fragrance that I got on, but you're wrong. It's a Paco Rabanne $40 fragrance. I love this scent. Whew, man, it smells good. Juniper and rosemary, that's a good one. All right, guys, I got one more, and this one comes from a house that I absolutely love. I wish their fragrances were a little bit easier to get their hands on and a little bit, I hate to waste the spray of this one too, but I'm going to. Ooh, that's a big spray. Goodness, man. Battery levels on 10%. I'm about to wrap it up, iPhone. I gotta get a new phone. My battery fleets so fast. This one, oh man, it's just a beautiful combination to me. And it is from the house of Chanel, and it is Chanel Allure Homme. And I really like this fragrance. Again, this fragrance, it's not the most masculine, but man, does it just smell classic, classy, smooth. You got the citruses and the florals combining, and it's just, again, I feel like you can wear a fragrance any time of the year that you want to, but this is one I would wear, as I just talked about, the spring, starting in March, clean up until November. I wouldn't reach for this in the colder Decembers, January, Februarys, but our Decembers ain't been that cold either. January and February and the 1st of March are normally our coldest times of the year. So, Chanel Allure Homme. Man, if you don't like this fragrance, I just don't know what to tell you. Again, it's sexy, it's inviting, it says I'm not trying too hard. Yes, I realize I smell amazing right now. I realize that. And I see you over there sniffing. I smell you with the, you know, fragrances like this bring that Belafonte out. You know, I be trying hard to keep him under control, because he sometimes I spray this on, I'm telling you, I spray this on. I be walking through there like, you know, head on swole, just like a bobblehead, just sitting there, just love it, man. Just a citrusy floral fragrance. It smells absolutely amazing. And this one is a little pricey. You know, it's gonna cost you at least $100 to get your ball of this. So, but last but not least, Chanel Allure Homme. Man, thank you guys for coming by, sitting through this video with me. I appreciate it. 27 minutes worth. Wow, long video. But sometimes they have to be like that. But listen, I appreciate you guys stopping by, spending some time with me. Thank you all for being the best part of this channel. As always, always, please feel free to be active in the comment section. That is what they are for. Let me know which of these you have. Let me know your opinion on them. All of that good stuff. Tell me which one makes you, you know, which one of these fragrances you have that make you feel sexy. If not these, I know you got one. So tell me what your sexy fragrance is. You know what I'm saying? Or fragrances that you feel are just downright sexy in the comment section below. Again, thank you for being the best part of this channel. I really appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with me. And as always, you know, I got to go do a thumbnail, get this video edited, uploaded so you can see it. And as always, I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, peace.